Check, check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Perfect. Business shit. So we got price here once again. The low of today is the high of yesterday. So what I'm looking at is this possibly going to be an area of support? Price is ranging, like Ruben pointed out. Non-farm payroll is in 30 minutes. That's a pretty big. That usually pushes things. So once again, like I was telling you guys, we're still in this range. If non-farm payroll is the reason why we start pushing in a certain trend, that will make a lot of sense. Right now, there is a kind of a slight uptrend. I don't know how real it is. 22 minutes. It makes sense while we're still ranging. I mean, look at the movement today, right? The whole Asia and London session has only been within 2 levels. But we are above the 500. I'll watch this closely in regards to perp. We were just oversold. We got the 100 and the 200 right there, possibly playing support. We trade what we see, and then we just be careful. I'm in the process of trying to teach somebody how to be a leader, but I think sometimes I don't know, it's hard to teach soft people how to be leaders, especially in the business that I'm in like the business I'm in. Like delegating work. But I keep having to remind everybody, like, if you're in an executive position in a company like the steel factory, there's no fucking softness. And I told him, I'll fire you. I will fire you if you can't do the job. Like, that's totally it. But people think I'm strict and I'm mean. And all I tell them is, well, there's a reason why you're not running the fucking company. And then they all agree. That's all it is. If you can't make high level decisions, then you don't belong in the high level. But I give everybody a chance. I always believe in hire fast but fire faster. And yeah, it is what it is. Four and a half minutes. We had 2 wicks to the top. Any other time, I would be expecting this to come down. I'm not going to because we're oversold. We're near the 500. I mean, if this does come down to about the gold zone, it's about 500 pips to the downside. There is about 350, 340 down to the 500, but I'm okay with being patient here. It's only about a 556 risk though. Nah, I'm gonna wait. Does anybody have Apple TV? Does anybody like pay for that subscription? I have Apple Music and I'll be watching Netflix, but Netflix has been getting dry as hell. And I was considering Apple TV. I already pay for Apple Music, so if I do the Apple TV stuff, they have like a bundle. But if it's worth it. I guess they have like a 1 month free thing, so maybe I'll try that. But Chase Sapphire Reserve comes with. Oh really? What the fuck? Apple TV I think is as good as HBO. Okay. Oh, rolling out this year. Okay, let me check on that. Include Apple TV. And you know what? If I put that on the platinum gives me like a $25 credit for digital entertainment. Oh my god. I keep forgetting about all my credit card benefits. To get Apple TV Plus with your Chase Sapphire Reserve card, open the Chase mobile app and go to the card benefits section. You link your Apple ID. Damn! The fuck? I'm glad I asked. I just paid for it. Well, I just started the free one today. Get Apple TV and Apple Music. I hate that sometimes. I hate like, well, I guess I do have HBO Max already. I wish they'd all just be like cool with each other and just have like one good subscription instead of having to be like Apple TV with this and shit with that and blah 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 blah. But then I guess that's business. But then I guess I could just stop paying for Netflix. I don't know. I guess I'll try it out for 1 month though. So we got price pushing down here. Getting some movement to the bottom, but we're still supporting. About 54 seconds left. News is at what, 9 o'clock? Well, 7 o'clock your guys' time? My West Coast peoples. That's gonna be exciting. Bitch better have my money. Don't act like you don't want it. Man, Nepal, I've been watching that shit. Asia's on one, man. Asia's on one. Everywhere's on one. But Nepal has like a shoot on sight fucking thing going on right now, and they just be killing everybody. They just be shooting everybody. It's a scary world because they canceled social media and a couple other like internet type shit. Got price pushing down here, heading towards the 500. I got some Nepalese homies too in Portland. Oh, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister resigned. Wow. That's insane. At least 19 dead. After Gen Z protests that corruption and social media ban. That's insane. Imagine that. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not a leader of a country. I'm not a leader of a country because I don't know if decisions that I'd make. I don't know though. I think I'm pretty fair. I don't know why he wanted to ban social media either. I guess I gotta know more about why he was trying to ban it. So we got big support to the 500 here. Two minutes left. 13 minutes till that news. Now just picture this, guys. We're on the 500 right now supporting. Imagine if this is where we're going to like trend up. If we're going to trend up from here, that should kind of dictate how we look at the charts over the next few days and weeks. Like if this gives us a nice buy, maybe I'll buy and like hold it. Like hold it until we break the 500 back under. I've never done that.
How to fix your trading errors. Over trading.
Yeah, Christine, surprise is they're not surprised. This is the fourth time crooks have crashed a car into a House of Pipes storefront.
So big wick to the bottom here.
That doesn't mean it hurts any less. Just after 3 Sunday morning, destruction at this House of Pipes vape shop in Milwaukee. Crooks used this stolen Kia to crash and enter.
These guys in Portland broke into this vape shop 4 times. That's fucking insane.
Rockberg is chief operating officer for House of Pipes.
Not the first time it's happened to us.
He says crooks have crashed through 3 other locations. Last October, they hit 2 in one night. That's another stolen Kia crashing into the Happy.
Anybody in Portland, have you guys been to Lloyd lately? I saw a couple months ago that they were making it like a fucking Saturday market type of shit. Is that still going on? I remember when I first moved to Portland and I would go all the time to go skating, ice skating in Lloyd. Like I really enjoyed that. I just hate how shit went downhill with Lloyd. Especially during like Christmas time. Christmas time I used to go over there, ice skate around that big ass tree. Good times. Poor thing, Portland. Poor thing. I just saw too by my house, there used to be there's an old folks home that they're turning into like a halfway house for rehab, but it's literally next to the elementary, which is about 5 minutes from my house, and people are not happy with that. I don't know if that even makes sense too, to have a rehab clinic like right there on Holgate. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Holgate in that area, but it's like in between 122nd and 136th. But it's literally, there's like a 4-foot fence, chain link fence, just a normal ass fence that separates that rehab from the elementary school. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you guys are gonna have people who are fucking out of it on the ground, probably laying in the streets next to the elementary school. I don't know if that's the best location, my peoples. And I don't think it's the best, it's not the best location. It's on one bus route. But other than that, I would imagine most people are going to want to drive to that place. Ugh. Hopefully it just doesn't make that area shitty. I like my little pocket of goodness over there near Powell Butte. So we've got price here stalling out. Once again, this level is the low of the day, which is also the high of yesterday. So when I'm looking for, response to this area, are we breaking down into the average of yesterday, into the movement of yesterday, and heading underneath the 500? Or are we supporting up here and continuing the push up off the 500? I'm already looking at this wick to the bottom, right? 645. That's a pretty fat wick, right? Reading these candles. I'll believe in this wanting to go up if we can get, more movement to the top side, pushing perp. Oh, price is skipping. We're getting close. We're getting close. Price is skipping around here. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves can fuck me out.
There's no defense, man. I will do this with you. Like, we will go through this and you will not be happy in the end. There's no defense, man. I will do this with you. Like, we will. Oh, she's okay.
Got some support here. What is that noise? noise? Oh, I think it sounded like maybe like in that room. Oh, okay, all right. Okay. So getting some support once again here off the 500. Oh my god, my throat's itchy. Shit, it's 9 o'clock. I had some coffee today. I haven't had coffee in like weeks. Ever since I was going through that health shit, and then my ankle, and then my back. But I had a cup of coffee today. Some of that bougie ass coffee I bought in Singapore. That shit still has me wired. I drank that shit at like 2 o'clock. And I'm still feeling it. 2 minutes left. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Oh, she's with him. Hello, again. Do you like all of them, or do you like only some of them? Okay.
Do you want more than one? We brought all our extras for
Yeah.
you this time.
Whatever you want to choose.
Big support.
Use your mind.
What you gonna give us, chart? Come on.
Is your binder full of like the same thing? Do you bring it with you, or do you leave out?
Okay. It is 102. Yeah, we also have a gift for you today. Do you have one of these? Do you want one? Okay. No worries, thank you.
Smoking, drinking, fucking.
Bye-bye.
30 seconds left. We're gonna respect the 500. So we're getting some volume. What we got? What we got? We had a little bit of volume, then it died. Pretty big rejection. Let's let it figure out what it wants to do. Come on. Smoking, drinking, fucking.
Gray Street? You Gray Street, take that rag off. Take that rag off, nigga. You ain't Gray Street. Take that rag off, nigga. Take that rag off, nigga. Nigga, take that rag off. Nigga, take that rag off. Give me that rag, nigga. Give me that rag, nigga. Gray Street. Taking niggas' rags and not Gray Street rags when they ain't Gray Street. BL, nigga. Are you Gray Street? Gray Street, take that rag off.
Let's go get an inhaler here in Mexico with no insurance. Here? That easy, guys. I got 2 inhalers just like that for 122 pesos. That is like $6 USD. This just really shows you that the USA is really just fucking you guys. Let's go get. I don't know if there was 100 grams of grease in that room or what, but look at the sweat coming from Junpei out of Japan. Look at this matchup, man. We had Zhao out of China, hometown hero, versus Japan's Junpei. So China on the left, Japan on the right, and look at these two boys. But the biggest thing that you're gonna notice is the posing. Who can hold the posing the best? Who can hold the posing and be a fucking statue up there and look like they can hit it all day? I don't know what happened to Junpei behind the scenes, but you can see his tan, the sweat, he's holding water. He was just a liquid masterpiece over there. And the guy on the left, man, very impressed by what China brought. Competitor Zhao, who is the newest 2025 Olympian, posed the best from the back. He has the most detailed, most muscle separation, he has the most condition. I don't know what happened to Junpei here. Look how he cannot hold his midsection. He's breathing like crazy. Kind of feel bad for the guy. I don't know what happened because if he didn't have that sweat, if he was able to hold his midsection and his posing like he usually does, this would have been a lot better matchup. I don't know if it was 100 grams of grease in that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ew, what is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ew.
There she goes.
5 seconds left. We still got a little bit of volume to the top. Not the most convincing. But let's see if we're supporting off of the 500. What do we got? 100, 200 kind of in the way. But if this is where we'll continue up, might just need some time. Let's try to see if perp stays on, if price stays on top of perp here. Yep. It's really just perp. You know, like if price respects perp and continues up, that would have broken the downtrend. But that's all it is just waiting to see how price really responds here.
Either 1 kilogram of feathers or 1 kilogram of. It's Starbucks. Starbucks.
Not quite breaking.
Yes, exactly. Cute.
Mọi người đoán của album này bao nhiêu? Hôm nay đi lấy album cưới về mà mình sốc luôn á mọi người.
Big rejection. Perp is always the kicker, man. Perp is always the kicker for me. Just as much as we're expecting price to go up, I'm looking at the downside. Downside would, that's a lot of crap to the downside. So I'd probably at least need to see price break 500 hard. But then we got P right there, so tough. Tough, tough, tough. So I really won't be looking. That's a big rejection. And I don't know. Maybe I might just not take anything. Because being in between perp and the 500 is a shitty place to make decisions.
When I work, I don't eat.
Supporting here. Smoking, drinking, fucking. Getting some volume back through perp. My throat is so itchy.
Nothing beats a jet fuel on the day. And right now,
I'm at, what's the number, man?
Total for testosterone levels, 118 nanograms per deciliter. Pretty
Is that bad or no? Brad, I don't even lie to me. Is that bad or is that good? I'm at, what's the number, man?
Total.
So the question, just because you're in a hurry.
Today, a judge sentenced. Today, a judge sentenced a couple whose baby died after they did not seek medical care.
Getting some buy side volume. What do we got left? 3 minutes on this candle. Big volume, big volume. R1 is pretty much the high of the day. We've been beyond R1 before, so if we break R1, we got R2 next, which is 2 days ago's high. Yeah, might be pushing us into an uptrend. Let's see how this goes. We still got 2.5 minutes left on this candle. I like that. I like what it's showing. Let's see if it continues. Jesus. Looking at Liddy's, this is about the fourth candle to go green Liddy. So big wick to the top, similar to yesterday. What we need to watch out for is if we're going to break this high as well, right? Similar to yesterday's breakdown, we never broke the high, which was a level. I'm watching volume. I'm watching just seeing how this respects this area. If an executive decision needs to be made about exiting, that's something you guys all have to manage. We're still getting little pumps of volume though. There's like these little pumps of volume that like wants to go up.
Please don't. You don't need to film this, thank you.
Whew. But it's safe to say all day, this is the first like confirmation of direction.
Today's date. Today is the 7th of September, the 9th of 2025. And look at the time, this exact minute. 7 million.
So we're rejecting. 4.5 minutes left.
Workers who build bathrooms cannot get paid unless they perform the marble test after finishing the job. In this test, marbles are placed on the floor to check if the slope is correct. If all the marbles roll toward the drain, it means the water will flow properly. However, if
19 million streams, and this guy made $306. Damn, that's rough. He had almost 20 million, 19.578. 19,578,647 streams, and he got paid $306. I mean, these companies are not for the artists, despite what they say. That's rough. If that was views on YouTube, he'd get paid nice. But the shitty part is, majority of like independent people that don't have big labels, you know, they'll put their shit out on some kind of like oh, we got big rejection here, like DistroKid and all these distribution services, and that's what will fuck them up usually, because all their rights to the music is all not gone, but they'll only get a specific amount. It's not bad, but it's I mean, it's $306 more than he had, but still, yeah, there's better options.
Today, a judge sentenced.
So we got price back on perp right now. Like I'm saying, this is an area got to be careful about if we're not going to break up. And looking at all these candles that broke above perp, none of them are like strong bullish candles. Like the only candle that really broke above was the last candle at 710, and that's a wick to the top. You know, not the greatest confirmation for price to want to run up. Another support to the perp here. Less than a minute left. We're on perp. This is a shitty place to be. Because the decision could be any direction at this moment. And sometimes when you're in, so whether you're in this entry at one lot size, whether you jammed it for some reason, you got to remember, manage your entry. You know, like if you're in it at one lot size, you could, and it depends on when you got in. You know, did you enter in off of the 655 candle? Did you enter in when price broke at 710? You know, depending on where you're in and how many lots you're in, you can decide to hold, right? Like if you're in at 655 on one lot size and your stop loss is underneath the 500 because that's where you entered, you know, you can hold. Like in my opinion, right? You can hold at a safe lot size knowing that, okay, if we break up, we'll add to it. If we break down, well, we'll lose 30 bucks, 40 bucks. You know, if you're in it at 710 because you took that on the wick up, you're not in the best position right now. Even if you were in at one lot size, you would be tapped out right now. So really managing entries, regardless if it's a win or a loss, it's what's most important. And don't be afraid to cut your losses, right? Like if you have price, if you just see price, and it doesn't matter. Like even if you're wrong, but you know, even if like price comes down now and then bounces right back up and you exited, get in it again. You know, there's nothing wrong with making an executive decision to exit early in case it does go the wrong way. You know, because to be out of the entry, looking for like the continuation here, if this continues up above perp, it's better. Like you're better to do that than to sit and hold and hope that we're gonna go up. You know, you're better to lose 30, 40 bucks, wait for a better solid entry than hoping that it's going to go up. You know, because I don't care if you lose. I don't care if it comes down. The part that I'm trying to like control and get you guys to get a grasp of is like that emotional connection you guys have to the entry, right? Because when we're in entries, we want to hold throughout the losers, hoping that it's going to win. But sometimes it's not, right? Like you make that decision to get out of it. If you make the decision to stay in it, then good on you. Either way, accept whatever fate comes, right? The result of the entry, accept it and move forward. And know that whatever decision you made, you're going to survive if you're leveraging your account correctly. So we got price underneath perp right now on the level. It's an interesting area because price pushed above the downtrend but rejected the top, but maybe the downtrend is really forming now right here. That's pretty ugly. I don't know. And the nice thing is, if I can say I don't know, then that means to be patient. So we're back on level. We're back we're right still on the 100 and the 200. We've got the 500 below us. Take into consideration these weeks that we have FOMC news, non-farm payroll. It's usually going to be like this. So you can do one of two things. You can survive it, still trade, or you can decide not to. This news happens every quarter. I still think throughout news and everything, there's still always opportunity. It's always, it's sometimes smaller than other days. Sometimes it just moves. But I come on the chart every day telling myself I'm going to make some money. Even if I don't make money, I still come into the day telling myself I'm going to make some money. Once again, shitty place to be making decisions, so be patient. We did break under perp. We got some movement to the downside here. Another slow day, guys. Another slow day. Got price making a move now, looking like it wants to come down. I have a hard time taking entries like that going right into the 500. So I usually just choose not to. Ah, it's tough, man. It's tough when you're in the moment, but always remember overall, we're solid. You know, like overall, respecting the rules that we have, despite not making money in like maybe a day today if we don't take anything, we still grow our accounts, you know. I always gotta, even when I get to times like that, I always gotta go back and think about the data. Like the data still says, just respect your rules, Ed. Your account will slowly grow, and that's really all that matters. I think about yesterday as well. Yesterday I'm up roughly a G. That second entry coming down was real nice. So I'm like, start the week off good. Why am I going to let the charts try to get the best of me? A little wick to the bottom there. Oh, Ruben, it was only 300 pips from that level. If it was 500, I would have thought about it. On which candle, though? 715? 715 or 720? Probably 720 you're talking about, huh? Yeah. 300 to 500. Yeah, that's rough. But the downtrend we were talking about, real. You know, that's real. It's hard to see it, which is why it's not as comfortable acting upon it. But it is there. Price did respect that high and that downtrend and came down. Once again, if it doesn't look good, well, I'm just gonna do nothing. We got price here on the 500 on P Gold Zone right now. I don't know. And even look at, like 720, looking at the movement down to the gold zone, that's 550 pips. So risk, 350 for 500. Yes, looking at it solo, like individually, it's not a bad entry. But the 500 still, I don't fuck around with the 500. I don't fuck around with the 500, especially when wick to the bottom 645, wick to the bottom 655, wick to the bottom 725. Like I'm not gonna take that shit down. And if it feels difficult watching this movement, having FOMO, just remind yourselves, like price hasn't barely even moved 1,000 pips. Since 6:30, we've only moved about 1,200 pips. So, in the whole grand scheme of things, not making a decision is totally fine because price barely even moved. That's what, So remember, when you guys are, however you're feeling about the charts, you always got to zoom out, and you always got to do your analysis from the beginning, and remind yourself why it's okay to feel the way you're feeling right now. Everything that I do, I'm always very confident in it because I'm always looking at everything. Literally looking at everything, reconfirming, and then at the Jesus Christ, at the end of my decision making, every 5 minutes, every couple minutes, I'm still okay. I am 100% okay with not taking an entry. So that is huge. I never expect to take an entry. So not expecting to take an entry means I can be okay with missing everything. And think about it, right? We barely moved 1,000 pips, 2,000 pips today. Yesterday we barely moved 2,000 pips. And then, the weeks before that we moved. So be grateful for what you guys got on the last weeks. Right? Always just perspective. I think about last week. I made decent money last week. I made money yesterday. I'm okay. I'm okay to know that I can't make a decision. You guys can't make a decision. If you did make a decision, live with whatever the result is. But know that we really, we didn't move much today. But we're getting some fat ass support here. Shit, I need to go get some water. Jesus Christ, what's going on? Am I sick? I swear, man. I think it's fucking Asia, guys. Ever since I've been back, for the 3 months that I've been back, I've been dealing with some fucking kind of health thing. The health shit that I don't know, the question mark stuff, my ankle, my Achilles tendon, my low back pain that is into my groin, everything. Now my throat, as I'm getting better, like my back is healing, my ankle's healing, my Achilles is healing. Now I'm getting this itchy throat shit. I think Asia's trying to kill me. I think Vietnam's trying to kill me. Big support here. We got a lot of action here. We still have this downtrend that we respected. That's what we know is real so far. If I was to consider getting into this, you know, I would really need to see price break perp. Price break perp for me to believe that the continuation up is real. And then that would make sense. 500 support, P gold zone support. I have this big ass trend line I just drew from a couple days ago. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. There's no like mucus either. Like it's just, I don't know if my throat's dry. La 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 la. Make sure the pipes is still working good. La 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 la. That's big volume. Perp is the kicker. This area is still that area of resistance from yesterday. So it's like price is fighting this area. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water. We're not quite over perp yet. Not getting above perp. There is an unmarked bottle of liquor. Oh, it's from the company. Never mind. Good. Like a plum liquor. Plum liqueur. Sorry, had to use the bathroom. Oh shit, we're breaking up! Yes! Are we breaking up? Damn, ain't nobody fucking text me. Thanks, guys. Are we gonna break up? Let's see. We gotta hammer through perp. Now we just gotta stay above perp and get above the high of the day. I have to go take a piss real quick. It's skipping a lot today. Oh, like the price? I didn't even see it. Well, that hammer, on any other day, I would be believing that we should be going up. Only thing that's janky is that it's news and that we haven't broken this area. But I'm gonna let the cameras, I'm gonna let the candles speak to me. 2 minutes left, and that's rejecting that same high area. We are supporting perp. And it's moving quickly because all this news. All this news. So we got a hammer, a super skinny doji. Now it's kind of a shooting star. We got a minute left. It's not liking the high of the day. It's not liking the high of the day. Which is crazy because we're still only in between fucking like less than 2,000 pips of movement. But remember, at a certain point, right? At a certain point, if price just doesn't move, I'm going to be done for the day. Green lady cross line's going up, but it's coming down weird. Exactly. So that's what I was just trying to, start talking about is if we're not just moving, which is what would happen on an average day, then we got to admit to ourselves that we should probably stop, right? Because first of all, I'm going to think about the entries that were possible, right? Yes, possibly off the 500 here. Yes, possibly 710 if that wasn't a wick to the top. Yes, possibly 730 for the sell-off, breaking P if we didn't have this uptrend line. Yes, here 735, and yes, here this big hammer. So at a certain point, if none of those are playing out, right? Those are like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 opportunities, right? They're not opportunities that we took, but they're opportunities that presented themselves off of areas where we would normally be excited to get into an entry. I'm telling myself right here, if price is not going to push up, I'm going to be done for the day. Because I'm not going to sit here and let this chart make us look like fools. Not only like entering in, but spending time on the chart, right? My whole thing is always about being efficient with my time. And looking at this last movement, 735 and then 740, like if this doesn't make its way up, then I gotta tell myself, like, yeah, the charts is fucking with us. Charts is fucking with us today. And there's nothing to do but to just stop and go to the next day. So that's gonna be my thing in the let's see, what time is it? 9:50 my time, 7:50 your guys' time. So I might give it to like 8:30 your guys' time, 10:30 my time. But once again, if this comes down, I'll be done. I'll be done because 100% it's ranging and I don't know what's going to happen. And it's not that I'm scared, and I'm telling you guys this so that you guys can think it through in your guys' head as well and reconfirm, is it's not that we're scared and it's not that we don't want to trade. It's that it's not average movement, right? The movement is not average, and that is all a part of the strategy. Everybody needs to look at their trading like a business. Like, this is not a job. This is all our own solo individual business. So I don't know. Let's say we're a restaurant, and statistically speaking, Monday and Tuesday is our slowest day. Well, I'm probably going to say, well, let's not even open up on Monday and Tuesday, right? Maybe it's costing us more money to stay open than it is making us money on a Monday or Tuesday. And a lot of restaurants do that. A lot of restaurants are not open on Monday and Tuesday because it is a very slow day for them. So same thing here. We got to make executive decisions and say, okay, if this is not doing, if it's not doing what we're expecting it to do by this certain time and certain movement, right? Because there's two things that we look at when we're on the charts. We look at the actual movement, and then we look at the actual time that we're on, right? And sometimes one is more important than the other, just based on what's happening on the chart, right? Because there's some days that price moves and it's in a short amount of time, There's some days that price moves and it takes a long time. There's some days where we just range like this and it's a long time, and that's it. You know, so it's not that we're not trying to trade. It's that our strategy says, well, after this point, if it doesn't go up, we're going to be done for the day, because it's in our best interest, right? Everything we do is always going to be in our best interest. But we're getting some support here to perp. And set those things. Like, you guys gotta, I don't know if you guys, when I say shit like that, I don't know if you guys think I'm being serious, right? I mean, I'm always serious about this, right? This is a big source of income for me. But I am. Like, I'm very, you know, happy-go-lucky about it. But I always want to make sure you guys know how serious I am about trading, because it is a big source of income for me, and it can be for you guys too. So as happy as I am about trading, I'm equally as serious about it when it comes to what I tell you guys. We are getting this beautiful support here, 2 seconds left. Let's see if we can make that continuation. Once again, we're still fighting. Level R1 gold zone is going to be right there to the top side. God damn it. I'm freaking dying. And it's kind of like common sense. At a certain point, it's like, yeah, like, it's not, you know, if it's not going to do what you were expecting it to do, then let's not sit here all day hoping it's going to do something that might never happen. And looking at this, right, we got 2 fat buy candles here. And if price decides to reject this area, I'm going to 100% say I don't know what the fuck's going on today, and I'm going to be done for the day. I am contemplating moving mine, or even taking profit. I'm going to see what we do here. So my kicker is going to be what we do to perp. If price breaks below perp, I'll probably be about like 40 or 50 bucks in profit as well. But I'm going to see how we respond to perp. I didn't want this to reverse on me. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. The only thing that looking at the positive side of if this does go up, once again, Liddy candles and perp. That's really going to be my 2 things that keep me either in this trade or out of this trade. So either we'll break back under perp, I'll take an exit, and yeah, I'll probably be about that $50 mark as well. 50 or maybe break even, I'm not sure. But if we break underneath perp, I'll exit, and then I'll call it a day. Move on to the next day. But I'll also let the candles play out, and as long as we're supporting perp, I'll try to stay in it as long as I can. But this is looking like ass right here. 2 minutes left on this candle. Because we do want to give it opportunity to get into its trend. It's hard though. It's hard. And there's nothing wrong with jumping out at 50 bucks for everybody. I'm not telling Ruben what he did is not correct. I'm just we're looking at both sides of the coin and understanding both reasoning, because both of them are correct. Me deciding to stay in this is totally fine. Ruben deciding to exit is totally fine. But you know, it's not hope. You know, when you're at least, you know, if you're thinking about what I'm doing, holding on to it right now, it's not hope, right? It's looking at price regards to perp, and it's looking at Liddy candles. It's also looking at the gold zone movement, right? So there's three things in my favor right now. I did two. My first entry was off the gold zone. So I am expecting this to do normal gold zone movement, which should result in us going up to R1 at some point. Price is respecting perp. It's slow, but it is respecting it. Liddy candles are still green. So not hope. Everything I'm doing right now is based on data. And once again, I will exit. Like, I will exit if price breaks below perp again. If at that point, you know, Liddy candles will probably go red. Yeah, I'll leave it up to the data to either keep me in this or take me out of it. Roger that, muchacho. Enjoy your day. Good Lord. I need to like eat a spoonful of honey or something. Or maybe I need to drink some ginger tea. Maybe I need a shot of whiskey. That usually works. Still got some support to perp. Once again, if price is above perp, I want to, and you guys want to as well, you know, be patient. Let the data, let the candles play out. If this does come down and I get, you know, and I exit out in a small loss, small win, break even, that's fine with me. But I have to, and that's something I'm always trying to work on, is staying in the trade longer, right? Staying in the trade longer when it's in the right direction, well, means we're gonna make more money. I always try to remind myself of how much time we spend waiting for the entry. And I always have to remind myself that we need to give that same amount of time or more when we're in the entry positive. Because I'm currently positive, and I would like to get the normal P to R1 gold zone movement. I'll consider taking profit or moving stop loss at the next level. But knowing that the likelihood of the P to R1 push is going to happen on an average day has me wanting to be patient. So these rejections to the top suck ass. So I might go and profit a little bit. But I'm gonna let these candles talk to me, because so far none of these candles really tell me it doesn't want to go up. Only that red candle. 745's candle.
How about your tires? No, I usually check my tires. Cause I live in Cottesloe. Oh my god, I love Cottesloe's beach. It's a really pretty beach.
So wick to the top here. Not the best candle for wanting price to go up. 25 seconds left. So wick to the top here. Green upside down hammer. This next candle or the next few candles will probably be my kicker to either exit or hold.
You know what I mean? I'm rocking this 24 karat gold chain, you know what I mean? Y'all don't know about none of this gold chain, man. Look at this, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Tiger. Look at that Tiger, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? What about the pant? 30,000 on my neck, bro. Like 4,000, 5,000 on my. Look, the rolls and everything. Them diamonds right.
It's like my
I'm hungry. So we're getting some rejection here. I might have to GTFO if this continues down. I'm going to take a profit. I don't care how small it is. 2 minutes left. Prices testing perp again. Come on, you're fucking teasing me. You want me to click close and then you're gonna just fucking shoot up, huh? You're not gonna get me this time, copper. So rejection to the bottom. Come on. That's perp, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. That's perp, baby. Once again, we let the candle speak to us. Let's go. Overbought. It is, but we've been steadily going up. So looking at, and that's good. It's good to point out that we're overbought. If we're overbought, like yes, there at any moment price could possibly reject. And yes, I am afraid of that. I am afraid that price could come down at any point now. But remember, just like if we were to take a sell-off, tell me where would we want to take the sell-off? Like right now, looking at price, where would we want to consider selling off? What indicator do we have above us that we would be like, yes, if I saw price reject right there while being overbought, exactly. So we use that information, you know, it's like a double-edged sword. If I'm in this to the top side, and yes, I see it being overbought, I think to myself, when is my buy going to be done? My buy entry could possibly be done at the level or the gold zone right there. So that gives me a little bit of confidence to want to hold this buy, even though we are overbought. I still see Liddy candles are green. We're still above perp. You know, there's still reasons for me to stay in this, and I'm in profit. So I have no reason to hurry and exit this entry unless price breaks back under perp or price goes to like the level or R1 gold zone area. You know, I'm still going to watch this here because we're overbought and because we're at the high of the day, which we haven't broke yet. At any point in this area, we could come down. So I am still watching that very closely. But looking at where I'm at, looking at where price is, and I'm about $182 in profit. You know, once again, if price comes down to perp and breaks it, I'll still be able to exit in a profit. It may be small, but it still be in profit. You know, and I'm willing to take a small profit if price comes back down to play out if we're going to respect perp and head up to the gold zone R1. I hope that makes sense to everybody, right? I'm still expecting the P to R1 gold zone movement to play out, right? Price is still above perp. Liddy candles is still green. Yes, cross lines are overbought. I'll disregard that for now. This is like, it's a fast and loose type of thing. I don't know if you know that saying, Irfan, or like it's just not 100%, right? Is what I always say. There are some times when, you know, we trade against them once again, and this is not like price hasn't been overbought, right? Price just went overbought, you know, since the bounce off of P gold zone when we went oversold-ish. Now we're in this trend of price moving up. Yes, we are overbought, and that makes me, in a way, it makes me confident because it's telling me price is still pushing up. If I see cross lines start to cross to come down, that'll tell me like, oh shit, I should maybe be afraid that maybe this buy movement is over, right? The one thing that I taught myself at the very beginning was to understand that when the buy is done, the sell should be beginning. When the sell is done, the buy should be beginning. You know what I mean? And if you can like visualize that, like, you know, like the sell-off here finished when the buy began here at P Gold Zone. So while I'm in this buy, I would like to stay in it up until the point where I have to consider if price is going to break through or if the sell is going to start. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense to everybody. The end of the buy should be the beginning of the sell. The end of the sell should be the beginning of the buy. And you use that not only to like get into your entry, but you use it to be able to stay in the entry longer, right? Like right now I'm still in it and I'm happy I'm in it. I'm happy I let the data dictate what I'm doing here. I'm still expecting the support off of P Gold Zone and the 500. That's a double floor. And I have that uptrend line. That's 3. That's a times 3 floor right there. We're oversold. Liddy candles went green. Price then pushes above perp. Beautiful. Like that is enough data for me to get in it to the top side and just try to hold it as long as I can. And once again, I'm about 250 in profit right now. So even if price rejects this area, I'll exit and I'll still be in a profit. I know, Irvin. It's being a fucking asshole. But that's the difficult part, you know, is, you know, the likelihood of the P Gold Zone, the P to R1 push is highly likely. The thing that we don't know that's a big question mark is how quickly we'll get there. That's the thing that fucks with most people about this, because yes, price has gone up and come down. Price has gone up and come down. Price has gone up and come down. You know, can you survive that emotional roller coaster? Roger that, Yuzo. Enjoy your day. Get some sleep. So looking at this here, if this, once again, if this breaks down any harder, I'm going to exit. And I'm going to take as much as I can from this entry and be fine with it. I did as much as I could for this entry. I'm in profit. If I decide to exit because I see price rejecting like it is right now, I'm in a good position to exit still in a profit. But I'm still gonna, you know, 2.5 minutes left. I'm gonna let this play out and let the candle tell me what to do. There's Nick. Beautiful. Glad you're happy with whatever you got. That's all that matters. Price still making its slow move up. I'm deep in profit, about 267.50 here, 272. Looking to maybe move stop loss into profit at the next level. Trying to hold till R1. slow moving uptrend juice strap, baby. Lego. Pushing about 300 now. I like it, I like it, I like it. Still making it slow move up. I'm deep in profit, about 267.50 here, 272. Looking to maybe move stop loss into profit at the next level. Trying to hold to R1. Slow moving uptrend juice strap, baby. Lego. Pushing about 300 now. I like it, I like it, I like it. Price still making it slow move up.
You're finished with the lawn over.
Best of me, you know what I'm talking about? This KT, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? About this 24 karat gold chain, you know what I mean? Y'all don't know about none of this gold chain, man. Look at this, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Tiger.
Looking at Liddy's. Liddy's is dancing red and green. So I might be, you know, I might be exiting here soon. This last candle was a wick to the bottom, kind of a skinny doji. So yeah, depending on how these next few candles play out, I may be exiting or I may be holding. I'll let the candle tell me. All right, I'm a solid 250 in profit. I am moving my stop loss in profit 250, and I'm just gonna hold from here. Perfect. So I'm floating at floating 317, 320 in profit, 303. Stop losses in profit 254. So that's a guarantee 500 bucks for the day. If we can break through the level and break through R1, I'll take whatever it gives me. But I know I can't lose, and I'll only take 500 from this day. 254 on each account. Floating in profit 321.50 right now. Let's see if we get the push up here. Driven by data, the candles, perp, P gold zone rejection, 500 rejection, being patient, taking this up, baby. Once again, in profit 254. I can't lose. That's 500 for the day guaranteed. Floating in profit 326. Let's see what we can get out of this, baby. Let's go. Juice strap, baby. I entered in off P gold zone. Floating 317, 320 in profit, 303. Stop losses in profit. I mean, that's a fat support there, you know? Like I have to. I gotta. 735 hits, gotta. That type of support, that's a bullish engulfing candle, you know? It's a green candle eating the shit out of the red candle. Momentum off of the gold zone, off of the 500, off of the uptrend line, oversold. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I have some tuna. I'm craving tuna and sour cream and onion chips. Am I still in it? Or did it bounce back down? Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's fucking go! Oh yes! I just went to go grab some tuna. Price broke the gold zone. In profit, 578, 587. I'm gonna start moving stop loss into profit here. I'm gonna go a solid 500 in profit. 501.50 in profit, floating 560, 555 at the gold zone. Stop loss in profit. That's $1,000 for the day, baby. Stop loss, can't lose. Lego. Damn. Fuck yes. I just got tapped out. That's a G for the day, guys. Just went to go grab some tuna. Price broke the gold zone. Woo! Profit 578, 587. I'm gonna start moving stop loss into profit. That's the juice strat. As I'm eating my $2 worth of tuna and a bag of sour cream and onion chips. Let's fucking go. Stop loss, can't lose. Floating three. Just went to go grab some tuna. Price broke the gold zone. That's lovely. I'm gonna go a solid 500 in profit. 501.50 in profit, floating 560, 555 at the gold zone. Stop loss in profit. Oh, I gotta close my refrigerator. Sorry, it's beeping. I left the door open.
I'm okay.
No, sit down. I'm gonna get you some water. You work too hard. Drink up.
Thanks.
And this is for you. Wow, the lawn looks incredible. You're amazing at etching. My ex-husband could not etch to save his life.
Oh,
Well, guys, that's it. I'm gonna watch this though and see just watch how it moves here as we're above R1 gold zone. What I usually see is when we have gold zones that are close together, like R1 and R2, the likelihood of price pushing really quickly is high. So I'm gonna watch that for a little bit. I'm already tapped out 500, 501 I think is what it was. So that's $1,000 between the two accounts. I should really start doing the other the other three accounts. Imagine that. Imagine taking one entry times 5. That would have been $2,500 in one go, while being at a very reasonable risk. Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, right? Tell me like everything I said today just made sense. You know, it always makes sense. What I think the only difference between me and anybody else who's not consistent yet, like even you guys, is I just believe it. You know, I believe it even when I lose. I believe it. 100% confidence in everything we're doing here. And look at that, it's 10:30. That's exactly when I said I was going to stay on till. Perfect. Now I have to stay up for like another 2 hours and let this tuna digest. Make $1,000. Eat $2 worth of tuna. It's good quality tuna though. Look at that. Look at that movement, R1. So nice. Oh, so nice. And for Irfan and everybody else that, you know, looking at cross lines, once again, now that we're beyond R1, you know, now where's the next place that we might be looking to sell off? R2. The cross lines have not even a little bit curved down yet. So that's how we use them to, you know, to stay in the trade longer, to not get bamboozled. Because if you were to just for some reason take a sell off of R1, cross lines never came down, perp is not even close, you know, that's how you get bamboozled. This is such good tuna. We're about halfway through R1 and R2. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at what was that? 645, 735. Just look at that. You just gotta believe it, guys. You just gotta believe it. When you see it, just fucking believe it. Believe it even through the failure, right? That's why I have you guys stay on demo accounts. That's why you guys need to stay on demo accounts. So when you guys see stuff like that, you just take it. Take it with no risk in mind, $0 being risked, but 100% playing out the strategy. Look at that. Oh, man. And every day that you guys see this play out, regardless if you guys enter into a trade or you sit here and you watch it with me every day, this should be reinforcing what you guys are doing and the confidence in what you guys are doing every day. That took 47 minutes. I'm looking at the length of the video. So 47 minutes, less than an hour to make $1,000. $1,000 yesterday, $1,000 today. I'm on track for a 5 grand week. I want to ask you guys a question, and all of you guys please give me an answer. Does anybody here feel like what I'm doing is not obtainable? Does anybody feel like they don't think that they can figure this out? And be honest, you know, like, I just want to know to kind of see where you guys' heads are at. Or is everybody at a place where, regardless if you're losing or not consistent, you still believe that you can do this? You know, because if whatever I'm doing seems like it's way out of reach, you know, let me know. Because it shouldn't be. You guys see me doing this every day. Yes, it will take a little time, but all of you guys are capable of doing this. We're pushing R1 to R2. That's just perfect.
Hawaii Police Department K-9 Archer was on duty when he was left in a police vehicle for an unacceptable... Hawaii Police Department K-9 Archer was on duty when he was left in a police vehicle for an unacceptable period of time.
Say that they were both on duty. The handler was on duty at the station, and it was just a tragic, preventable mistake.
The interim police chief didn't say how long Archer was left unattended.
Period. There's no excuse. There's nothing to be said other than we.
Hawaii Police Department K-9 Archer was on duty when he was left in a police vehicle for an unacceptable... Hawaii...
Alrighty, guys. I'm going to call it here shortly in a couple minutes. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Movement was pretty straightforward today. Right off P-Gold zone, right? The entire time that price was coming down, I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I'll take my entry at P-Gold zone as we're going oversold. Take that into consideration. Lesson learned. This is one of those times where I'm really serious that taking your entries with the cross lines when it shows itself are some of the easiest entries to take. Alrighty, guys. You guys don't have any questions for me? I'm gonna call it a day here. Good Tuesday. I'm happy with the results. Solid. Once again, my entry was just there off a P-Gold zone heading up. So took it to R1, moved stop loss into profit. Price tapped me out and it's continuing up ever so slightly. So good shit, guys. If you guys need me, message me. If not, tomorrow's another day. We'll make it happen. This news, the news doesn't affect us. The news will always respect the juice. Thank you, Daniel. You as well. Alrighty, everybody. Check you guys tomorrow. Message me if you guys need me. If not, we'll be on the charts same time, baby. Alrighty, everybody. Later's Bow. Later, Chris. Later, Fawn, Steven, Daniel. Peace. Bye, YouTube. I don't know who's